In an age where social media and polarization of opinions often turn discussions into aggressive squabbles, the art of debate is a vital skill. It is not about winning a verbal battle, but about the ability to engage in constructive dialogue, deepen understanding of complex issues, and, most importantly, understand different points of view. The true art of debate is the ability to listen, analyze, and express your thoughts in a way that promotes growth rather than division. This is the path to intellectual maturity and harmonious interaction in society. This is seeing unlimited greatness. Human nature is such that each of us has our own unique experiences, our own beliefs, and our own view of the world. Diversity of opinions is not a reason for conflict, but a huge resource for collective development. Through healthy and respectful debate, we can challenge our own prejudices, discover new ideas, and find optimal solutions to common problems. The absence of constructive dialogue leads to stagnation, misunderstanding, and escalation of conflicts. Therefore, learning to argue effectively means learning to live effectively in a complex and multifaceted world. The basics of constructive debate. A constructive debate differs from a simple quarrel in several key elements. Respect for the opponent. The most important rule is respect for the person with whom you argue, no matter how much you disagree with his or her opinion. Personal attacks, insults, and humiliations have nothing to do with constructive dialogue and destroy any possibility of understanding. Remember that you are arguing with an idea, not a person. The goal is understanding, not victory. In a healthy debate, the goal is not to prove your case at any cost, but to better understand the subject of discussion, to study it from different angles, and perhaps to come to a more complete or new conclusion. Open yourself to the possibility that your point of view may be incomplete or even wrong. Active listening. This is the ability not just to hear words, but to understand the meaning, emotions, and motives behind your opponent's statement. Active listening involves asking clarifying questions, paraphrasing what you heard to confirm understanding, and refraining from interrupting the other person. Logic and reasoning. Your arguments should be based on facts, logical reasoning, and compelling evidence. Avoid manipulation, demagogy, and emotional reaction. State your position clearly and consistently, backing it up with arguments. Flexibility of thinking. Be prepared for your point of view to change during the course of the debate. Admitting that you are wrong or adjusting your opinion based on new data or convincing arguments from your opponent is a sign of strength and intellectual honesty, not weakness. Techniques for constructive dialogue. To conduct an effective argument, you can use a number of proven techniques. I messages. Instead of saying you're always wrong, use formulations that describe your feelings and perception. I feel misunderstood when you say that, or I think this argument ignores. This reduces aggression and focuses attention on the problem, not on the accusation. Clarifying questions. Ask questions to deepen your understanding of the opponent's position. Have I understood correctly that you mean? Logically, could you give me an example? What makes you think that? This shows your desire to understand and helps avoid misunderstandings. Finding common ground. Start with what you agree on before moving on to disagreements. Emphasizing common goals or values. This creates a basis for cooperation, not confrontation. Using facts and sources. Support your arguments with verified information. When citing data, be prepared to cite the source. This adds weight and credibility to your words. No personal attacks. Never attack someone personally or criticize their character, intelligence, or motives. Focus solely on the topic at hand. Controlling emotions. Emotions can easily get the better of you in an argument. If you feel yourself getting angry or upset, pause, take a deep breath, or suggest postponing the conversation. Controlling your emotions allows you to keep your mind clear. Knowing when to stop. If an argument is going nowhere, turning into a squabble, or becoming unproductive, acknowledge it and suggest a break or agree to disagree. Some topics take time to process. Impact on personal growth and society. Mastering the art of debate has a profound impact on both individual growth and the state of society as a whole. On a personal level, it develops intellectual maturity, self-confidence, because you can argue your case, and emotional intelligence, the ability to manage your own and others' emotions. You become more open to new ideas, less dogmatic, and capable of deeper self-analysis. On a societal level, developing a culture of constructive dialogue helps reduce polarization and increase tolerance. When people are able to listen to each other and find common ground, it strengthens social bonds and facilitates the resolution of complex social problems. Democracy thrives where there is room for open and respectful debate. The art of debate is therefore not just a skill, it is the foundation of civil society and the key to moving forward together, breaking echo chambers and filter bubbles. In today's digital world, one of the biggest threats to constructive dialogue is the phenomenon of echo chambers and filter bubbles. Social media and news aggregator algorithms tend to show us information that confirms our existing beliefs, creating a closed information space. In such environments, people are rarely exposed to opinions that differ from their own, which leads to increased biases and decreased critical thinking. The art of debate, especially its aspect related to active listening and seeking to understand another point of view, is a powerful tool for breaking these information bubbles. Consciously engaging in dialogue with people who have different views allows you to step out of your comfort zone and subject your beliefs to a healthy test. Debate as a form of learning. It is important to view debate not as a battle, but as an opportunity for learning. Every dialogue, even if it does not lead to complete agreement, can enrich you with new knowledge or revise your understanding. Listening to your opponent's arguments forces you to analyze information, identify logical errors, both your own and others, and look for weaknesses in your own reasoning. This exercises and sharpens your mind. Even if you don't change your mind after the argument, you can still gain a deeper understanding of the complexity of the issue and the reasons why others hold different views. This learning through dialogue is often more effective than passively absorbing information. The culture of debate in different contexts. The principles of constructive debate apply not only to everyday life, but also to a variety of professional and social contexts. In science, scientific progress is impossible without debate, peer review, and critical reflection on theories. Scientists constantly argue about hypotheses, methods, and interpretations of data, leading to deeper understanding and truth. In politics, healthy political debate is the foundation of democracy. They enable you to identify the different needs of society, discuss alternative solutions, and reach compromises that take into account the interests of different groups. In business, effective problem-solving and innovation in business often arise from heated but respectful debates between team members. Diversity of opinions helps to identify risks, find creative approaches, and improve strategies. In family relationships, the ability to argue constructively helps resolve conflicts within the family, express your needs, and listen to the needs of loved ones, strengthening relationships rather than destroying them. Developing emotional regulation plays a key role in mastering the art of arguing. The ability to recognize your emotions, such as anger, frustration, or defensiveness, and manage them without allowing them to dictate your behavior, is fundamental to maintaining a constructive tone. This takes practice and self-awareness, but the reward is not only more effective interactions but also a significant improvement in your own mental well-being. The art of debate, then, is not just a set of tactics but a profound philosophy based on respect, openness, and the desire to learn. It is a skill that requires constant practice, self-reflection, and a willingness to grow. In a world that needs more understanding and cooperation, mastering this art is one of the most valuable contributions each of us can make to building a more harmonious and productive society.
If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can, for you and for the world around us.